Yep, she's been gone for 2 months. She's coming back with a bang. Well, hello everyone. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you for clicking this video. It has been a while since I've been on here. It's been 2 months. I'm going to talk about a little bit of why I left and what I've been seeing since I left, because I have been watching everything that's going on. And it's very sad to see, because it seems like some people are taking this YouTube to a whole nother level. There's a lot of people's mental health that's being affected by all this. And I just don't think it's worth it. So the reason why I left was because, well, I didn't even know I was going to leave. I was just going to take like a short break. I was so fed up because I'm watching people, give platforms to somebody who I thought was a very awful person, somebody who has hurt others, victims' families over and over and over. And I'm watching these people that I like, that I respect, and I felt like they were cutting a break for this person, and it was very hard to watch because I'm like, is this the Twilight Zone? What is happening? This person is an awful person, and it's like everybody turned a blind eye to it, and it was just so infuriating. I was watching people give money and super chats to this person, and it was only because they were chasing clout off of that. One incident, I was watching a live stream that this person that I don't like was having. It's Molly Golightly. And I'm watching people that I like comment below, and I see somebody, another creator, commented, Molly Golightly mentioned their name while reading it. And I mean, I don't even know what the comment said at the time because it wasn't important. But literally, not even a half a second later, another creator hurried up and threw up a super chat. It was almost as if because they wanted their name to be read aloud to, show off their channel. That's how I took it. That's how I felt it was, what they were doing. To me, it was just fake. It was so fake. Also, there are people that are behind the scenes who are really sneaky. Like, we see the train wrecks, right? We see the people who are, messy and all that. Like, that's clear in our face. But what we don't see is the creators who are, keeping it low, kind of keeping their head down, but they're behind the scenes, and they're, going into other people's DMs and emailing, and they're just like really calculated, very calculated people. And it's upsetting to know that, like, it was just infuriating. And then it's just a lot. Like, YouTube can be a very toxic place. And I felt like I was angry all the time and upset. And I was like, I'm going to make a video, in a couple days. I'll get back to my groove and I'll make a video. So I wasn't going to say anything about leaving because I didn't plan on leaving. I planned on coming back. And then a couple days would come and I'm like, I just don't feel like doing it. And so I'll do it next week. I'll do, things I like. We're going to go camping this week, and I'll feel better Monday, and I'll put the video out Monday. Monday came around, and I just did not have it in me. I'm like, I just lost the feeling of wanting to get onto YouTube. And Mondays just started turning into the next week and the next week and the next week. And it's not because I don't appreciate the supporters or those who subscribe to me or anything like that, because I do. I felt bad like every day for like the first month. I felt so bad because I felt like I just stepped away. I have videos that I did make. When all that stuff was happening with Ryan Upchurch, I made several videos. I just didn't upload them. And so I do apologize, but I think to make people, and this is something that I've been seeing, There are other creators out there who are trying to make people feel bad about leaving their platform. And I don't think we should do that, because there are people on here right now who should not be on YouTube, that should take a break. And instead, we're watching an entire breakdown unfold. And if you get to that point, there is nothing wrong with stepping back and taking a break. Um, the first, I don't know, couple weeks, I did, made time to paint my toes and my nails, or, I just put my makeup on or did my hair and listened to 90s music. And I just found things that I really enjoyed doing. I started watching funny videos that I really like online. There's one, I never know her name, but she does like reenactments of like older movies, but she is hilarious. Tammy, White Trash Tammy. I went back and just started watching all that instead of like the drama and the commentary. It was just too much. So I took a break for a while, especially when all that Upchurch stuff, it was just, everything was overwhelming. So then recently I've been watching what's been going on, and I'm like, I didn't grow up with the internet. I'm not somebody who's always been on the internet. My footprints on the internet doesn't go very far back. It took me forever. I had a flip phone. It took me forever to even get a phone, like when phones first came out, where people started carrying them a lot. That makes me feel very old, but I was like conspiracy, they're tracking and watching. It took me forever to get a cell phone. So I've not really been on the internet too long. So it's, the way the internet works is completely different than the way it works in the real world. One thing I will say, I heard Coley, I was watching a video Coley made, and she was crying because she was so angry. And she says, these people are saying stuff to her. In the real world, she would blast them in the mouth. I understand that. I know it sounds childish and stuff, but it does. Like, I'm the same way. Which I shouldn't be. And I've worked really hard on my anger issues, and I've came very far from where I was when I was younger. But a lot of the stuff that happens on the internet would not happen in real life, because if people said the things that they say on the internet to somebody in person, they would get their jaws jacked. So let's be real. People feel confident and secure because they're behind that keyboard. They can say whatever they want. And that's what makes it so toxic. So, I'm going to, I wrote down a few things that I just really wanted to brush over about having tough skin, because you really have to have tough skin. I didn't leave because somebody was attacking me or anything like that. But people do. And if you feel the need to leave, you should. But you do have to have really tough skin. And if you don't, there's nothing wrong with bowing out. It's really not. You're saving yourself for your own mental health. I'm seeing people get on their platforms and they're crying and they're screaming and they're angry and they're just losing it. And it's not. YouTube should not be making you feel this way. It's okay with some petty drama and let's talk about this and that. But when it's really affecting you like that, that's not okay. If you're really feeling like harming yourself or something like that, it's not okay. Take a break for yourself, for your family, it's not worth it. Who else so I'm going to briefly touch over the stuff that Alex, if you don't know anybody I'm talking about in this video, I do apologize. But I'm just going to briefly talk about what I've been watching, who I've been watching. And I don't want to go too in depth with Alex. It's been very hard. I've been praying for her. My thoughts are with her. I've watched here and there on her videos. I have to take them very slowly because honestly, it was very triggering for me. Watching her in that state is very triggering. But I honestly don't feel like she should be broadcasting this on YouTube. I really wish her family and friends, people close to her, would just, take her offline for a little bit. It's somebody who really needs a break. I do wish her well. She's hurting a lot of people, and I don't think she realizes she's doing it. But diagnosing people, putting these stereotypes on people and their illnesses and all that is, it's It's not good. It's not good at all. And it's sad. I'm sorry that people are being hurt by what she's doing and the things she's saying. And I feel sorry for her that she doesn't even realize that she's hurting people. It's a hard situation. I want to go over and talk about Callista Cat making her return back on YouTube. She made her apology video. I was like, okay, I can get on board with this. Everyone, can be forgiven. People learn and move on and move forward, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's great people learn and grow. But however, watching the video she's been doing since then, I don't think she's learning and growing. So you can say she's apologized how many ever times you want to say she's apologized, but you can apologize, but then when you turn around and keep doing videos and you're mentioning the same people that you victimized, you're just giving them little nicknames. That's not really changing or growing. And that's my opinion, and I like Calista. I've never had a problem with Calista at all. But I'm not gonna lie, when I'm watching her videos, I'm really looking at her sideways. Like, if I was those girls, I would feel some type of way, because to me, you don't really mean that apology. You may be sorry that you got outed, but I don't think you fully understand what you did to hurt those ladies, because if you did, you wouldn't further go on making videos and throwing shade at them. You're just giving them nicknames like Sally and Mallory and, that. So to me, that's just... I wrote down Dina. I don't really know what's going on with Dina. I've never had a problem with Dina either. But the way she has came back a completely different person. And that's okay, because you grow and learn. But I'm not going to lie, it seems like it was almost like your mask fell off and we got to see the real person. Because this person that's making these videos, and I promise I don't mean this, and I mean, it's just my opinion, how I feel when watching your videos, that you just seem like a completely different person, and I don't think this person you are is very nice, honestly. I think some things you do and say have been cruel. And it's okay to stand up and have a backbone, and we all have a little bit of everything in us. I have when I'm at work and stuff, I can be professional and, that. And if I'm out on the streets, I can be a little, a hood rat. Everybody has a little bit of everything inside of us, and I understand that. And circumstances change, your personality a bit on how you act, but it's just like it's a completely different person who has came back. And that's almost like Callista, when she keeps saying, Callista Cat was my old channel. This is a new channel. This is a different person. But that's not true. And just because you change channels, that don't mean you get to pick whatever persona you feel like being. Again, I think it's great. You want to grow and change and be a better person. I just haven't seen it. And that's just me. As seen by a subscriber, I don't even know what to say with all that. I know a while back, whenever I first came out, I was called fake by her, which I find interesting. Another thing I've noticed with these girls is they almost act like, well, I don't care if people say things about me. You can talk crap about me. I don't care. It doesn't hurt. I'm not bothered by it. But then in another breath, like another video, you're like crying, like it's earth shattering. And I get it. I think you are truly upset. But the problem is, like, you're making one video and you're in like this anger mode where it's like, bring it. Come on. Give me what you got. Then they bring it and show you what they got, and then you're just like broke down and upset over it, because nobody wants to be, called names and mistreated and made fun of. Nobody likes that. So we don't have to pretend that it doesn't bother us. If it does bother you, that's okay. It's okay for it to bother you. That's normal. but whenever you're coming off so, I never can find my words right. I think people are going to come at you harder because you act like you're made of stone and you can take it, and you're just making it harder on yourself because you can't take it. And again, that's okay. It's okay. I'm mixed on asking by a subscriber because I feel like she really picks somebody and she really goes hard for them, and I get that, being loyal, but I feel like she's so loyal to the wrong people at times, and the person she needs to be most loyal to is herself, because she really rides for people, but she'll ride straight in the ground for them, and she really needs to take care of herself, and that's how I feel about it. I think sometimes she makes herself look kind of silly because she's riding for people that I don't feel like she should ride for. You know, I think she just really needs to concern herself with herself, and let people, you know, fix themselves, if that makes sense. Briefly, I want to talk about Steph TXMA. I feel bad for Steph, honestly. My opinion about Steph is, honestly, she's probably one of my favorite people on YouTube as a creator, if you call her a creator. And I say that because I feel like she's fair. I get what they're saying with the activism and stuff, but I think she's fair. I was watching something with Tira. Somebody did something to Tira, and we know how Steph and Tira feel about each other. So for Steph to stand in Tira's corner at that moment, because that was the right thing to do. I mean, I give huge props to Steph for that. I mean, that shows me her character. When all that stuff happened with Alex, for her to, step back and say, even though she really talked a lot of crap about Steph, she really made her sound like an awful person, and anybody would clap back. But Steph took a second and was like, that's not the best thing for me to do. So she took the high road, and for me, that just shows her character. And I've had respect for Steph for a very long time. I'm not always seen eye to eye with everything that she does, but I really do. She's probably is one of my favorite people here on YouTube because I think she's awesome. She's smart. She's a badass woman. She brings the receipts, and I like her. So, I hate that people keep bringing her up because, oh, my thing's gonna act weird. People keep bringing her up because she's trying to kind of like just live her life. She's only on YouTube every once in a while, but it feels like people are always dragging her name back up. And, so yeah. Well, my computer went a little wonky, so there are a few things that I would like to add. I think it's very unfair, the situation that they're putting Steph in. They're talking crap, low-key shade, but however, she's not allowed to speak back because the creator's terminally ill. I think that's crap. That's not fair, and that's not right, and that's a very horrible predicament to put Steph in, to throw hands, but you expect hers to be behind her back. That's not really fair, in my opinion. But again, I highly respect her, and I think she's just trying to do what's right. I think she does care about things, and I think it's just a shitty situation that they put her in. And I'm not totally sure what the future holds or how often I'm going to be able to make videos. I am dealing with some stuff in my personal life. My family really needs me right now. So I'm not really sure, but hopefully things get sorted out. I think I summed everything up that I have been watching recently. If you want to know my opinion on anything, just comment below. See, it's been a while since I did this, so let's see if I can do it. Give this video a like or a dislike. Either way, it helps me. Hit that notification bell because YouTube never lets you know when I'm going to come out and put a video, and I don't have a set schedule. Like I said, it's been 2 months, and I'm just now coming out with a video. If you're watching this, I really do appreciate you guys for, understanding that I need time. and I have to work on myself. And if that means stepping away from the internet, then that's just what I'm going to have to do. And I hope you guys do that as well. So hit the notification, like, dislike, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And as always, guys, until next time, please take care.